Hello, welcome. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to make curls, full curls from straight hair, how I transitioned straight hair into these bomb curls. Like my video, okay. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, put a comment down below, let me know if you're feeling me or not. If you're not feeling me, don't worry, I won't be angry, but like my video. Thank you. It's going to make me know if you like my content. I'm going to be putting out a lot of information, from layering to the perfect way to style to what kind of hairs are going to like hold your curls properly, products that you can use to make your curls, last longer. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go straight into the video. See you. So for this video, we're going to be using straight hair that I've washed and conditioned. To get nice curls, you don't want to use bone straight. You want to use just straight hair, curly hair, bouncy hair, wavy hair. That's really the best to have nice curls. I like to blow dry my hair to, get every strand ready for what is coming. Then on the frontal or the closure, whatever you're using, you can apply the wax stick, a rat tail comb, and a hot comb. You can put all those flyaways in their place, right? So because I am a freak for like a neat job, I like to straighten my hair before I go in with a coiler. This is really not a necessary step, but I just like to do it. You can totally just get away without doing this. I would also say, please do not use any straightening products on your hair while doing this step. Like, this step is just a means to an end. You don't need those straightening products making your curls fall faster than they should, right? So we're going to go straight into layering. Layering is quite tricky to explain, but I'll try my best. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be using a middle part. And so what you want to do is you want to like cut out a V, starting the base of your V from where your part stops at the center, and then pull down all that hair, pull the hair together. Make sure that the V, the two sides are equal. What you cut out are equal. Whatever you do on the right, you definitely must do it on the left. If not, your layers are going to be wobbly. Okay, so you want to pull that together and then just cut. So the way to cut layers actually is by opening and closing your scissors. Just open and close it so you don't have like a botched cut. You don't want to have like a straight cut and all of that. You want to have, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you want to have what you want to have. Moving on, you want to cut a part behind the ear of the client. That is if you're using a live client. Actually, since we're using a dummy, another way to determine where that part should be would be where the weft of the hair starts. You just cut a little above that line and follow the last, what would I call it now? The last piece of hair on the first cut that you made. Yeah, and then just continue in a diagonal way. Please always make sure that you cut diagonally. You don't want to cut straight or just cut, and you need to open and close your scissors so that you're not getting like botched cuts. You want to have that. If you're not using a scissors, you can also use all these blade combs, but I prefer using scissors because I don't know why. I really don't know how to use that blade comb. So yeah, so if you're like me and you're using a scissors, you can open and close your scissors to be able to create that look. Always make sure you're cutting diagonally. Also, don't be scared to go over, check and see, are these two sides the same? Are they diagonal? You can go over and just make sure that you have that slanted line on both sides, and that both sides look pretty equal. They're like brows, they're like twins, they're like siblings. You also have to comb throughout the process, so you don't end up finishing and saying that your work is not good enough, because as you're combing, all the hairs are just aligning and making your work come out perfectly, as good as it should be. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding extra layers towards the back, both sides at the back. I don't know if you get me. So you just pick equal portions. It doesn't matter how you decide to measure it, but make sure that on both sides you're picking equal portions. This is like cooking food. I don't know how to measure it, but when you want to add salt to that Nigerian jollof, you don't need to use measurements. You get that kind of thing. So that's how it's working here. Just pick from both ends and make sure they are equal, and then cut through the way you've been cutting through, and make sure what you're doing on both sides are the same. I cannot emphasize this enough. It has to be twins. So what I'm doing now is that I'm sectioning the hair into 4 parts. You want to section the front, that's the frontal side or the front of whatever wig you're doing, into 2 sections, and also section the back into 2 sections. The reason is you want to curl in a certain way. You want to curl the back facing the back and curl the front facing the sides. You understand? Just keep watching the video. Then there are a couple of things to understand while curling hair. First things first is please use heat protector. Even before you use your hair dryer, I don't know why I've not mentioned this earlier in this video. Before you use your hair dryer, use heat protector. Before you use straightener, use heat protector. Before you curl your hair, use heat protector. Use heat protector. It will protect your hair. I have a couple of heat protectors I use, but I think most people use Tresemme and it's one of the best. So yeah, you can use Tresemme heat protector. Then secondly, hot curling iron. You don't want to use something that is too cool. Your curls will not stay. It has to be really hot. Like try to get up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit for curling iron. That's like 220 degrees centigrade at least for your curling iron. That's when you're going to have like curls that actually stay. Then number 3, when you're curling, try to curl away from the face. How to explain this is, wherever the face of the person is or the face of your dummy is, you just curl towards the opposite side. And this is why you need to section your hair in 4 so that it guides how you take the hair. You would see that when you're at the right, just curl toward the left. When you're standing at the left, curl toward the right, even if you are at the back. Then number 4 is when you're dropping hair, try to make sure that it's not pulling. Just clasp and unclasp the handle of your curling iron and make the hair fall into your hand. Let that curl remain. Don't pull, don't drag, and you get the perfect curl. Lastly, use a styling spray that is stronghold. Something that will help with frizz, that will help with humidity, and you should be good to go. Done with coiling now. I'm just going to move this hair to a made-up mannequin for styling. It helps me understand how to style better, what I want it to look like on myself or on a client. First things first is to know that you need to comb the curls to the back, not any other way. Just comb all of it to the back. then you can now bring it forward and set it how you want to set it. Basically, that's the end of this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. You can watch me do my shakara now. I also sell hair in case you want to buy good hairs. I sell raw and virgin hairs. So I'm buying what I'm selling mostly. I'm trying to look for the most of this hair. This is zero filter. You can see the shine, the bounce, the quality.